proudly on behalf of Keith Ellis Working Class Promotions, welcome to the main event. It's showtime on the site where legends are made, the St Albans Indoor Sports Centre. Let's get ready to rumble! 12 rounds of boxing for the Vacant Australian Light Middleweight Championship, vacated by Kevin Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, your judges, sanctioned by the Professional Boxing and Martial Arts Board, Ignatius Bissolatus, David Wingle, and Gus Mercurio. When the bell tells for the first of 12 rounds, your man in centre ring, Mr. John Wheeler. Calling the shots on video, headed by Stephen J. Peake, John Stanley, and dual Australian champion Scott Brower. Ringside physician Dr. Peter Lewis. Members of the Professional Boxing and Martial Arts Board at ringside, Bernard Barno, Bob Todd, Mark McCarthy, Malcolm McGuinness, timekeeper Mr. Nika Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing. Would you welcome on my left, occupying the blue corner, raised and born in Braybrook, just down the road from here, now based Newcastle, New South Wales, with a record of 18 bouts, 10 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw, 3 wins by knockout. Dual New South Wales champion with Ian Barry in the corner, formerly with the late Seth Waters. Scaling tonight, ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome Danny Boy Pierce? Wearing green, red and purple trunks, proudly wearing the heritage of the Australian Aboriginal Koori. In the red corner, part of the Keith Ellis Champ Camp from Laverton. He is a pride of Australia and Albania. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome the victorious junior middleweight champion, a record of 10 for 10, black trunks, the Leviathan of the ring, Lim Jeka! Your referee, Tom Wheeler. At weigh-in today, Lim Jeka, 69.2. Danny Boy Pierce, 66.3. Final instructions from John Wheeler. Look towards the camera, John. Look towards the camera.
What a good clean fight. I gave you your rules in the room. You know what I expect from the both of you. Best of luck to you both. Keep your hand out at all times. All right? Good luck to you, boys. Come on. Well,
big fight here, the light middleweight championship of Australia. It's a vacant title. Whoever comes out here tonight gets that title here. Danny Boy Pierce and Lim Jeka. And what an atmosphere, Hank. Is it magnificent?
Fantastic atmosphere.
Yep.
They'll be both,
Electric.
they'll be both trying for their lives.
Oh, will they ever?
Who's your pick, Scott?
Oh, look, I think that this hometown crowd will certainly help Lim Jeka, but he's going to have his work cut out for him against Danny Boy Pierce.
I wouldn't like to tip anyone here. I think it's going to be that tight.
I think it'd be too strong, Lim Jeka.
This Pierce looks to be in excellent condition too, and this is going to be a great fight as Jeka comes firing into the midsection of Pierce. Pierce manages to bounce out of there very easily. Gee whiz, he looks beautifully proportioned, Pierce, and moves like, oh boy, a beautifully skilled boxer there. Magnificent condition, and the guard is up. He's got the hallmarks there of looking to be very, very finely tuned.
Yeah, he's got certainly a slight height and reach advantage over Lim Jeka as well.
Yes, that's an interesting point in itself too. Jeka comes in, big left hand and right body shot, but Pierce bounced out. And that point scoring punches, but Pierce bounced out. Pierce is in the aqua and purple piping shorts with the black boots and socks. And Jeka, of course, in the velvet black velour and elasticized waistband in black. Jeka and Pierce are measuring each other, and both of them scored punches then.
Nice little crisp right hook landed by Lim Jeka there.
Yes, very good indeed, and it looked like a straight right, I think, that came from Pierce. As the dust settles in the ring, as we try and make our way through here, Pierce is looking for the moment to strike. Jeka is very sharp as well. both these boys are in phenomenal condition for this fight. And Jeka now causes Johnny Wheeler to come in to break up a headlock situation. Jeka working away at the body and the back and the side of the head. Pearce tries to hit him with the right but misses because Jeka had already got out of that tangle. Jeka working from the centre of the ring. Pearce dancing around.
Yeah, they're both looking for openings, just looking for how the other one moves, what sort of reactions they have, and it may take them a couple of rounds now just to settle down, get into a rhythm of the fight.
Yes, that's a very good point, that. The sorting out procedure going on at the moment.
With the southpaw style of Jeka, it makes it very awkward for Pearce.
Yes, but he's certainly no slouch. He's a clever, very quick and swift middleweight type fighter. Oh, Jeka hit the rope then too. Pearce comes in hard with a big right hand. Had him in the corner. Oh, what a... oh, boy, we're seeing it all here already in the first round.
Tremendous flurry. That was sensational. Both boys have landed solid shots in this first round.
Solid punches in that entourage of strikes because, by golly, Pearce started that off, and the boys are very professional there. Didn't go on with that and make their way to their corner. What a great first round's boxing that was.
There was no sounding out period. They just bolted straight into it.
Actually, in fact, we all moved very quickly to our pins in and saw there was an even round. And no doubt about that.
Yeah, they both...
Working class promotions program. One for Gerald Stewart, the 98 Gerald Stewart ringside, and also John Leckie. John Leckie, the strength advisor for Lim Jeka. John Leckie goes in the seat, and Mr. Gerald G. Stewart here at ringside.
Well, Scotty, that was a great first round, wasn't it? It had everything in it.
It did. The last 45 seconds of that round...
it was phenomenal stuff. It was a blitzkrieg. And both these boys are pumped, and gee whiz, they're dancing around. They look very strong and fit.
Yeah, they lifted the tempo in the last 45 seconds of the round, and that's probably a sign of things to come.
Yeah, so I've got no doubt this could go down. We've already seen some great fights this year already, but this could be right up there with the best of them. Oh, a solid solar plexus punch from Pearce to Jeka's midriff.
That was a very nice straight right hand, and that's one of the key shots to get off against the southpaw, is that straight right, straight up the middle.
Into the middle, yes. And that another headlock situation there. They can't do much when they get tied up like that. And the Pearce bands are bouncing around. He's very, very quick, Pearce, to get out of trouble. Probably some body shots from Jeka, and then he comes up with one to the right to the head in that clinch.
Well, he's nice and agile, Pearce, and he doesn't give... his defence is high and tight. There's not a lot of openings there. And that's what Lim's just waiting on at the moment. He's looking for the openings and trying to create something. He does it well.
He did then. He came in hard. Danny Boy Pearce took that and came back to the centre of the ring. Pearce is answering Jeka's fusilage of punches here. And back to Jeka up into the corner, in point of fact, pushed him into the corner, the neutral corner, but Jeka's trying to fight his way out of it. Pearce is trying to keep him in there with punching.
The strength of Pearce there is very interesting.
It is, and he's able to hold Jeka into the corner and keep punching away to the body more than anything else. Some of the ringside supporters are becoming agitated, but no doubt you'd expect that because this is a very big fight. Yeah, the light middleweight championship of Australia. That's an interesting point you made about Pearce's strength in Scotty, because he was able to hold Jeka in that corner, wasn't he?
Yeah, and with really, he did that with ease. There was not even, it didn't appear to be any pressure upon him to
get pushed out.
Yeah.
Pearce is certainly prepared to mix it with Jeka, there's no doubt about that. Oh, and Pearce comes back, hit Jeka with a solid right. Jeka comes back with some body punching. Pearce is in the corner. He's pounding away at the moment. And
some idiot has
just
thrown something into the ring.
Some of the ringside people getting somewhat agitated. Keith Ellis is on his feet. Jeka is on the ropes, and Pearce.
There's a big cut. There's a cut on Danny Pearce's eye, I think. Look at Danny Pearce's left eye.
He's got a cut eye,
There's a cut on Pearce's left eye.
Left eye, is it? Well, I didn't see the punch or whatever caused that, but
It's a fair gash.
that looks like a significant cut. He's trying to, the trainer there is trying to patch it up with Vaseline, but I mean, I don't know whether or not that will be sufficient. That Dr. Peter Lewis, the ringside doctor, is having a good look at that left eye.
It's not bleeding. It's they've been able to contain the bleeding in the corner.
Yeah, but Pearce's corner seems to be lacking an eye man, Scotty. The trainer has put the Vaseline on it, but it's handy if you've got a quasi-medical expert there, a good eye man in the corner. The Ellis corner's got Keith Ellis Senior.
Normally you'd put some adrenaline 1-to-1000, apply that with force to the eye to make sure that it stops bleeding. Now they were quite fortunate in that instance. They were able to put the Vaseline on and it has stopped bleeding.
Yeah.
But there's a big chance that's going to open up again very early in this round.
Well, if that opens up, young Pearce will be in a lot of trouble because that'll drip straight into his eye. Jeka threw a big left that missed. He missed again with the left. Pearce got out of there.
Come on, Libby. Smash his head in.
Pearce again. Beautiful lateral movement from Pearce to get out of trouble on the ropes there.
Yeah, Pearce is excellent on his feet. He boxes, he moves, he gets himself in, or gets himself out of trouble very well.
Ever. His footwork is absolutely top class.
He's got good head movement. As soon as Lim Jeka gets in the distance, he's ducking and ready to move. So it's very hard to hit with a flush punch.
Oh, no doubt about that. Making it very hard for Jeka. Jeka trying to measure what he's going to do with Pearce now. Has proven to be a very tough customer to fight. Jeka trying to measure Pearce. Pearce waiting.
Well, Jeka's using his strength. He's using his power. He's coming in. He's cutting the ring off, trying to cut the ring off from Pearce. And he throws his punches. If he misses, he's ready to duck and get away from the counter punch, which was of critical importance.
Very, very important. And now Pearce has come in there. He's got the right arm wrapped around the neck of Jeka. As I spin him around, Pearce is using all of the ring too. He's using the ring beautifully, Pearce. Staying out of trouble.
I think that last round took a bit out of both of them. They might be getting their breath, are you?
Yeah, that's a good point, that, because they've slowed the pace somewhat in this third round. Reorganising themselves. Pearce is playing a very defensive role here, perhaps allowing himself time to let that eye settle down.
Yeah, there was a bit of a head clash in there on the ropes, and Pearce wasn't at all happy with it.
Tremendous with the left hand. Yeah. Pearce got a push in the face with the right, no damage done there. And he did hit him there, Jeka, with the right to the side of the head where that eye is. Pearce is probably trying to protect that eye a bit now too, which is probably the other reason why this round slowed up a little bit.
He's done a good job protecting it because it hasn't opened up again this round.
Not at all. Jeka hasn't been able to hit it because Pearce has been able to dance away from everything he's thrown at him, which has been phenomenal footwork from Pearce.
Yeah, he just unfortunately hasn't done enough work this round, Pearce, as he had done in the previous two rounds. He was doing equal amount of work. Yep.
And there goes the end of round three. And Pearce did an excellent job there in being able to protect that cut eye, which it was not reopened. And hopefully we might find that the trainer here will be able to rectify that damage.
Okay, well now they're putting the adrenaline 1-to-1000 on the eye.
What's in that, adrenaline or something?
Yeah, it's adrenaline 1-to-1000.
1-to-1000, and that will try and close the cut up, Scotty, will it?
Yeah, it's a coagulant basically. So what that does is helps it congeal. They cover the cut with the adrenaline, and then they put Vaseline over the top of that to work as a sealant.
Well, hopefully that'll do the job. Begin to wonder why they weren't able to do that at the end of the last round. They didn't have the medical equipment there. Hopefully now that eye work will hold together, because this has got the hallmarks of a great bout here.
Oh, hasn't it? This is.
Yes, we move
first
into the
3 rounds have been tremendous.
Been magnificent.
And Jeka is just supremely fit. I was watching him in his corner, and he's, he couldn't even blow out a candle. He's not puffing at all.
No,
He's
no.
very composed. He's certainly calmed down. I think he was very, very pumped up at the start of the fight, but he's now got his composure. He's putting it together. He's picking his shots.
Starting to relax a bit more and move his way into his routine. But Pearce is still proving to be a very hard target for Lim Jeka.
He's an extremely hard target, but the fight's just starting to find a bit of a rhythm where, Jeka is certainly the aggressor,
Yes.
with Pearce being the mover and to get away and getting in and out of action.
It's been phenomenal stuff, and his footwork, Pearce, has been excellent. Jeka thumping away at the mid-region. Fox the right hand there, Jeka, and just allowed that situation to waft away. He wasn't too concerned about that. As they shape up again, Pearce came in low, but wasn't able to really hit pay dirt.
Now, Pearce is working a lot harder this round than what he did in the previous round.
Trying to make the fight a bit more from that point of view.
The previous round, I think he was worried about the eye and sort of took the round off and walked into a very nice left-right combination, or right-left combination, sorry.
Well, he's managing to dive under a couple of Jeka's punches too, which is obviously helping him, because it's the double effect of being able to keep that eye away from trouble and also no scoring punches.
Yeah, the other concern is if that eye swells, if he gets a lot of swelling on top of the eye, it can really hamper the vision.
Yes, that would be a problem. Well, we're into a lot of slugging work here at the ring area near to the commentary area. Jeka's on the ropes now, and Pearce hit him with a couple of body shots. Jeka's turned him around, but Pearce bounced out. He won't become engaged in those slugfests in the corner. There's no need for him to do that.
Oh! Beautiful left cross.
Came straight off the ropes then, Pearce.
Yeah, right on the chin.
Oh, he's in a bit of trouble. Jeka is starting to pound away with the left and right hands. Pearce is going to slug it with him. He won't. He started to move out of there. He should get out of there, but he's going to slug it with him. As Jeka throws a left hand that didn't have much power in it. Pearce got out of trouble there.
I'm surprised he stayed in there for as long as he did. There were openings to get out on the left-hand side of Jeka, and he didn't take them.
Oh, good left hand from Pearce. Caught Jeka on the jaw. Jeka came back with a couple of clubbing right hands to the side of the head. This Pearce is tough, though. Whoa, he can take it and dish it out.
But Jeka is really clubbing him this round. He's getting with big shots.
Danny Boy has had worse than this before, and in the Ellis corner, as Pearce makes his way back to his corner, he is in a...
Wow, that was a huge round. That was sensational.
Oh, absolutely. This is fantastic stuff, this. And Pearce, who at times looked to be in a bit of trouble, was able to move out of it without too much difficulty.
It's a credit to his fitness that he's able to just recover so quickly.
He walked into a big left cross, didn't he? And that was...
when he bounced off the ropes, Hank. Oh, it was big. In fact, I did give that round to Jeka. I thought he did a bit more.
Yeah.
And I thought now, in my eyes, the fight's pretty even. You
he
boys
landed
have got
a couple.
Jeka ahead by a couple of points.
Yeah, I've got Jeka in front now.
It's a great fight, this, and there's no doubt these boys are certainly, both of them have got the credentials to fight for this light middleweight championship of Australia. No doubt about it, and whoever wins it'll be a worthy victor, because these boys have got all the skills you could wish to see in a middleweight contest.
Oh, they're both brilliant.
Danny Boy Pearce moves around that ring, like a silky mover. He's like a cat on a hot tin roof, to put it mildly. There, Hank.
I'm very impressed also. He's able to vary the tempo. Like the previous round, the round just gone, was quite a heavy work rate. Round before that, he stayed out of trouble for the whole round.
Yes.
In some respects, he may be controlling this fight, choosing when it's going to be hard, when it's not.
Well, that augurs well for him if he can do that, if he can afford to do it, because being able to control the fight puts you in the box seat.
Well, it does. I mean, I thought that Jeka won the last round, and I would tend to think that it was his pressure that forced the additional work rate. But just right at the moment, it would appear that Pearce is boxing and moving and trying to stay out of trouble again.
No doubt about that. Well, Jeka has struck Danny Boy Pearce with the most scoring punches this round, so he's winning this round as well. Danny Boy's going to have to see if he can move in and throw some positive leather in the next minute to try and even it up. Jeka's done most of the attacking in this round. Not much damage was done in that exchange. Jeka moving in, hitting with the right hand. Danny Boy Pearce didn't come back with much there. The left and the right there just grazed Jeka, and wasn't much in it from a scoring point of view.
No, but Jeka's just tagging him. He's just getting him as he comes in. Like as Pearce comes in to throw a shot, he's being hit every time.
Yeah, and Jeka's getting to him before Pearce can throw his leather.
Yeah, as soon as he goes on the front foot, Pearce, he gets tagged with the right or the left.
Well, he hasn't quite worked out that yet, but he's going to have to if he wants to have a chance of winning this. He's got to try and get to Jeka to do the damage before Jeka can get to him. Jeka now trying to go on the attack as he is. The winning punches there for this round. So Danny Boy moves around. He's continually trying to move Jeka around. Danny Boy came in, and that eye has opened up again. There's some blood dripping down the eye.
I think it's a cut in another place.
Is it a cut in another place, or is it blood dripping from the original cut, Hank? That's what we're trying to work out. You think it could be a cut under the eye?
Bit hard to tell.
Could be the blood dripping down, I believe. It was good boxing, that, and
We'll have a look in the corner this round.
certainly give that round to Jeka. He did manage to catch Pearce with them.
I thought that was Jeka's best round of the fight thus far.
No doubt about that. He did catch him with a number of punches and had him on the back foot a bit because Pearce had come in. Jeka's already hit him, as you said. And the corner is applying the Adrenaline 101.
Same cut.
Same cut, yeah, I thought it was.
Now, I don't think Danny Boy Pearce had one effective onslaught during that round. I thought that round was completely one way.
But have some
It was
noise.
all Jeka's.
It was a bit disappointing for Pearce that round because he wasn't able to overcome Jeka's strengths at all, was he? Or even looked like he was going to work out how he was going to overcome
And
it.
that's right. He's also just starting to breathe a little heavier in the corner now. And, Lim Jeka, it looks, he's fit as a fiddle. There's no worries there. And just Pearce is just starting to breathe that bit heavier. I think that, maybe the tide is swaying.
He's done a lot of ring work in this fight. He's moved around a lot. He's still bouncing. But Jeka is all business as he comes in, finding Pearce a hard person to know. But when Pearce comes in close, Jeka's got the artillery to mow him down before he gets in to work away at the Jeka frame.
Yeah, well, Jeka's got the harder punches. He's got the power.
No doubt about that. And that was a slugging type punch, that one.
I think that one might have been a low blow, hence the noise.
Yeah, well, it hit the protector. And, Pearce is now back in the corner, and Jeka's trying to work away at the body and throw some headshots as well. He's waiting for the gloves to drop. He's got Pearce in trouble as he hammers away to the body, to the midrib. A couple of short punches to the head. Pearce gets out. He caught him with the left. He's coming in with the body shots. You know, Pearce should have tried to perhaps get out of that corner, Scotty. There, it was dangerous for him.
It was dangerous. Not many of them were clean shots. The last two at the end as he came out were clean shots. But other than that, I think he caught most of them on the gloves and arms.
Gloves.
But you're not going to win a fight by standing in the corner getting clubbed.
No, it doesn't do that boy any good at all, the Pearce, because his best efforts can be seen when he's got plenty of room to move. And there's no room in those corners. It's claustrophobic when Jeka shoves you into a corner and starts pounding away. Just jabbing out that left hand of Pearce at the moment, trying to find some range. Gave Jeka a slap on the back of the kidneys and pushed him into the corner.
Yeah, Pearce is not working the angles. I mean, he's just coming straight up the middle and getting caught with shots up the middle. He needs to just come in on just slightly from the side.
Yes, caught front on. It's no good for him, and it's not winning him any points. And Jeka, well, thumping sort of right to the body, got caught in the gloves.
Yeah, what Pearce got to do, he's got to keep his left foot outside Jeka's front foot and work going around away from Jeka's power hand.
Yes, well, at the moment they're caught in the Ellis corner. They're pumping away the Jeka corner. Jeka's pumping away, I should say, at Pearce. There's some grappling going on there, and Pearce is now holding Jeka into the ropes to perhaps give himself some breathing space. Oh, and Jeka had a slip. There's nothing in that.
No, that was just a slip.
And Pearce is now
they're both
trying to exert some authority.
Lining up some big shots at the moment.
Scotty, using the body. He bounces back out. Oh, left hand to the side of Jeka's face caught the mark, and that would have been a point-scoring punch for Pearce. Interesting turnaround the last 30, 40 seconds. Sees Pearce exerting some physical presence.
Well, yeah, he's just up the tempo that last 30, 35 seconds, and I still think that was Jeka's round, though.
Very, very close, that round. I'd have to go with that to the degree. I liked Pearce's finish to the round. I've got Jeka ahead by a couple of points on my card, and you boys have got him a bit further ahead. So it's somewhere in that range at the moment, between 2 to 4 points. That's a lot of leeway for Pearce to have to make up, isn't it?
It is, but it's certainly not...
not impossible.
Oh, it's certainly not insurmountable. It's a very, very close fight. It's just that...
We're halfway through. We've got 6 rounds to go.
Just that Jeka's done the extra work.
He has, and Keith Ellis, in his normally relaxed fashion, is explaining to Jeka what needs to be done to fulfil the contract here tonight with a victory.
A good fight. Been a great night here tonight,
It's
hasn't
been
it?
a great night.
Oh, this is phenomenal
This
stuff.
is topping it off.
Oh, it's been magnificent here. It's been an absolutely fantastic night's boxing, and the sport is really booming in Melbourne now. And here comes Pearce. Jeka has made his way to the middle. Pearce is dancing again. He's moving. He's got great movement on those toes. He certainly knows how to move around the ring, Pearce. Whether or not he can exert a physical presence he started in the last round on Jeka remains to be seen.
I don't think he's got the capacity to do it for a full 3 minutes.
Seen him more a clash of gloves then, I think. As Pearce comes in trying to work on the Jeka midriff, and he comes in low like that, leaves himself wide open to a Jeka right hand. Jeka in the black velour trunks, velveteen you might even call them, and Pearce, the boy in the aqua and purple pipings. Pearce sort of a little bit negative at the moment, waiting for Jeka to make the first move before he counterpunches.
Yeah, that was it, exactly. He just wanted, he's looking for the opportunity to counterpunch, and
he got out of trouble in swiftly. That was a Johnny Famishon style movement, that one.
that's what I expected him to do earlier when he was caught in the corner.
Yeah, and he didn't do it a couple of times when he got caught in the neutral corner. He wouldn't get out.
A bit of blood coming from the nose of Lim Jeka now.
Yeah, he's... Pearce has been working away well. Keith Ellis is giving instructions to Jeka as they grapple. And Jeka is aware that he's now got a slight blood nose.
Bit of claret flowing from Jeka's nose.
Oh, that was a weak sort of right hand to the body by Pearce then. I don't know whether or not he tried to pull that punch. I think he was waiting to hit a big left. But Jeka's moving with a combination to the head region. And Pearce pushes him while he's being... punched. Everything happening here. Even the music man's gone mad out the back and turned the music back on.
I suppose doing it in the excitement. Nice straight left landed by Jeka then.
It's all concentration, Jeka, as he knows that at the moment he's ahead on points. All he's got to do is keep scoring punches. Pearce is not going on the attack here in this round to try and offset some of the earlier rounds where he did suffer loss of points.
You know what he's really, as you said, playing a negative role. He's counter-punching and
Waiting for Jeka to come at him.
yeah, he's trying to make him miss and make him pay,
Oh,
but Jeka's not missing too many.
He is. Well, he copped a big, I think it was a right to the nose then, and when he was bent down then, Jeka caught him. Hasn't halted him in his movements, Pearce. What a vibrant crowd here tonight in St Albans, Victoria, no doubt about that.
Oh, it's a tremendous crowd, and they're
It's
right
great
into this
for boxing.
fight.
Oh, the atmosphere here is electric at ringside. And there goes the bell for the end of round 7 after both boys suffering some injuries here. Pearce is still bleeding slightly from his left eye, and Jeka has a blood nose from the right nostril.
I predict that Pearce is getting tired.
Yeah, I think that his lack of work in that round and the heavy breathing down the corner would indicate that he is starting to tire.
Jeka's been stronger, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And Pearce has had to throw him off all the time, and that's taken its toll. And too, the onslaughts of Jeka, they're pretty solid body shots he's been landing.
They're really starting to take their toll.
According to the Marcus of Queensbury, he looks a lot better. This bloke's doing a lot of damage with those round armours.
Now that's an interesting point. But they're working feverishly in the corner here to patch up the Pearce injuries.
They're working very hard on the other eye.
The other eye, yeah.
I imagine if there's not a cut there now, there's certainly something opening up.
But gets any worse, he'll want a white walking stick and a Labrador.
Well, if the two cuts meet, he might have a flip-top head.
Well, let's hope that those injuries can be kept at bay by the corner. And he looks okay once he started this round. He's got the Vaseline over both those injuries and the Adrenaline 101, I think, as Scotty referred to it as before, the medical term. Jeka still looking strong and compact. Very strong in the arms, Jeka. He's done an enormous amount of upper body work. The arms look extremely strong.
Oh, he's a picture of fitness, Lim Jeka.
Oh, yes. Very strong middleweight we're looking at here. Super middleweight. Should I say light middleweight. And Pearce still not able to do anything of any consequence to try and turn this fight around at the moment. Very worried about when he moves in, getting hit in those eye regions. So here they are on the ropes, they're hanging on again. Pearce is hanging on to Jeka's right arm with his left hand while he tries to punch with the right. Puts the head down again and barrels in like a toreador, Pearce. And tries to slap Jeka on the back with a right. They're scrambling around at the moment.
Yeah, it gets a bit messy there. It's when like this, Jeka will get a little bit of distance and start tagging him.
Jeka's got him in the corner, in his own corner. Pounding at Pearce at the moment. Oh, big body shot. Pearce is copping that punishment. He doesn't look to be in trouble. Jeka's leaning on him now too and trying to launch a left or right missile into that midsection and was unable to do so. Pearce has grabbed him and dragged him back to the middle as Johnny Wheeler starts to work overtime, raising a sweat himself now, I think, and is going to have to push them apart again as they get into another tangle, and Jeka tries to throw Pearce off as Pearce comes at Jeka in the Pearce corner, trying to exert some authority, but he's copping a lot of body punches there from Jeka Pearce. And he's not trying to get out. He seems to be happy to stay in there.
Ahead.
Didn't want to get out of there, Scotty, did he?
No,
Then he seemed to be happy.
Oh,
to
that's a good punch.
Caught Pearce with a big punch to the head.
Neither of them was overly effective in that corner.
Oh, not at all. There seemed to be a lot of leather flying around, but not much really hitting home. But Jeka is walking backwards, throwing positive punches. Pearce comes forward, big body rip, straight left into the stomach of Pearce by Jeka as Jeka has the arms out, and Pearce gives a punch to Jeka. Now,
Another great round.
A lot of body punches there. I think a few straight below the plimsoll
I
line.
think plenty might have strayed below
Actually,
the line.
the same as Scotty there. I thought there was a
Looks pretty weary, Pierce.
He's starting to, I think he's starting to struggle a little bit now, but geez, full credit to him. This has been
this
a
is a
really
great fight. I mean,
hard-fought
it's
battle.
I'd say,
well, I've got Jeka around about 3 points up.
I'd say within the next quarter of an hour they'll be putting the belt on Lim Jeka.
Confident prediction by Hank Stanley at ringside, and he's feeling very confident that Jeka has got this fight just about in the bag at the moment. And that was a very torrid 8th round. This is a torrid bout altogether because these boys have been hammering away, and both of them have suffered slight injuries here tonight. But still back into a ring centre, and this has been a very exciting bout with a very, you'd say, well, it's a one-sided crowd. They're all Jeka fans, but they've been a phenomenal crowd from the point of view of providing their excitement, because they've been screaming their lungs out all night. There'll be a few sore throats tomorrow.
Well, it's been such an entertaining night. Like, every fight on the card has been exceptionally good.
It's been a very evenly matched card, a good card to put together by Keith Ellis Working Class Promotions, as they always do. And Lim Jeka moves around back to the centre of the ring. The boys are decided to measure each other at the moment. Pearce is still basically either refusing or unable to really start to get positive with this bout. As he moves in, just caught Jeka with a couple of soft body punches. There's not a great deal of power behind Pearce's punches at the moment, Scotty, I've noticed the last round or two.
No, I don't think they're having a great deal of impact. He's just not landing often enough now.
No. I mean, he's a busy fighter, but the leather, the point scoring position up on the scoreboard, the scores aren't going up.
Well, the other thing is,
Oh, that's a good punch.
Oh, caught him on the jaw. Right on the point of the chin, did Jeka. Well, now we'll know whether or not Pearce has got a strong resilience to that.
Pearce is turning southpaw to try and counteract the style, and he's not used to being a southpaw, so he's getting tagged. It's
well, that was
possibly not the right tactic for him.
Oh no, because he's starting to cop some punishment now from Jeka. Jeka on top in this round now. That punch to the chin that we saw the Hank bellow out just a moment ago. He saw it, and it may have caused a little bit of damage, but Pearce is still in there, very courageously pushing Jeka across the ring. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on between these two boys now. They're both doing it. I don't see one as more to blame than the other myself. As Pearce tries to hit Jeka with a low punch on the top of the chest. Jeka is doing both. Pearce jumps in with a fuselage of punches, but
nice right hand from Pearce. But it's 1 to 10 at the moment. He's landing.
Well, that's just not good enough. And as we said before, the punches haven't got sufficient power. There's the side left to the side of the face. Hasn't really caused much damage. Pearce is moving in. He's trying to go on the attack, but Jeka did more in that round. And
it was Jeka's round, but I think that Pearce fought a far more positive round that time. He was on the offensive.
But he's finding when he does get in that offensive position, he can't hit him hard enough, and that's what's caused it. He's not slowing Jeka up from those forward advances.
No, it's
so
not.
That's proving to be very difficult for Danny Boy Pearce. He's taken on a big task here, and his courage, his resilience. He can take a punch to the chin, Hank. We know that. That's for sure.
Yes.
And the eye treatment every round now. We're finding the trainer having to work feverishly on the left eye of Pearce. It's been reopened, and it's going to be very, very difficult now. 3 rounds to go to try and keep punches at bay from that eye cut, because it's not so much swelling up now, but it's reopening.
Still open, yeah, but how much courage? Both these fighters.
Oh, moving around now as Pearce comes in. Puts the arm around him as he hits Jeka. The left arm went around the head. Jeka pounding away at the body. He's got Pearce in the corner. Pearce has been able to divert a lot of that trouble. Jeka bleeding badly from the right nostril again. And Pearce bleeding from the eye, but still dancing on his feet. He didn't really get badly hurt in that exchange. And got a slap on the scone for his trouble. Pearce bends down low.
Sensational pace. Like,
Jeka stalking him now. Pearce is hanging on. Jeka got the punches into the reach and they're hitting the arm. He hit him with the right to the head. The fight's going to go the distance. No doubt about that. Pearce is on the ropes though. As Jeka punches away, pounds away at the body of Pearce. Pearce comes back with a big right hand. Moves away and there goes the bell.
great fight.
What a phenomenal fight. What a great fight. What a gutsy effort by these two boys.
Tremendous fight.
Jeka is most likely, and I don't think there's any doubt he's won. And he's got the Albanian flag. He sees himself, he's crowned himself the Australian light middleweight champion. His supporters are already celebrating. And Pearce is in the corner. The referee, Johnny Wheeler, is so appreciative of Pearce's efforts. He's gave him a pat on the back and said, well done. Now what a gutsy effort as Dr. Peter Lewis moves over to have a look at Danny Boyd Pearce's eye to see if there's any big damage done there.
We've, Hank Stanley and myself, both scored 119, 112. Lim Jeka. Same, 119, 112.
I've got 119, 114 on my cards. In the circumstances, I've got Jeka winning by 5 points. We're looking at really the margin more than anything else.
He's won.
But what a phenomenal effort. Roger Hagan, the champion former boxer and trainer, is in the ring. The Roger Hagan Cup, the Australian Light Middleweight Championship, named after Roger Hagan.
The fight was a long way from being one-sided. I think that the scorecards may be unanimous, but it was a very, very competitive fight.
Oh, magnificent.
Fought at a crackerjack pace.
Yes, absolutely superb. There's absolute chaos here at the St Albans Indoor Gymnasium, Hank.
It'll be worse if they give it a Pearce.
Crowd going berserk. And Lim Jeka being ungloved at the moment, even Keith Ellis Sr. is clapping at ringside. Believes this man has the championship belt without any dispute whatsoever. But not to be denied as Danny Boyd Pearce. He's put up a phenomenal exhibition here tonight.
Yeah, they give it a Pearce. This will be like the Carlton and South Melbourne soccer match. Listen, you better sit down because you might get hurt.
As Lim Jeka is
Everyone
brought
push
into
it.
ring centre. And as we wait for the official word from the Lord of the Ring, Howard Lee is getting ready for the judge's decision. The supporters are in the ring. The security men are trying to keep the Jeka supporters at bay. They all want to be in there with him. Jeka has got his hand around the Lord of the Ring, Howard Lee, already. As Danny Boyd Pearce also gets carried round the ring by one of the members of his entourage.
Yeah.
And here we now cross to Howard Lee, the Lord of the Ring, with the official decision. No, we're just waiting here at the moment, and here we go. Good fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Gus Mercurio has it 110 to 117. Judge Ignatius Miscellaneous 108 to 120. Finally, Judge David Wignall 107, 120 to the new champion, Lim
Scotty Brower.
I thought that Jeka won it quite clearly. It was just that it was so competitive and so hard fought that it's a shame there had to be such disparity in the scores.
Yeah.
But that was really the way it was.
Some very big decisions. Ignatius Missilades and David Wignall. A big gap in the voting there, 12 and 13 points respectively.
Yeah, I mean, 12 points, I can see that though. I mean, that's saying that he might have just won every round.
Yes. Well, he was the stronger fighter, and he made the fight. He was most of the time coming forward.
It's bigger than a dream come true.
Howard, I've never expected anything like this before in my life. I mean, as everyone knows, I started out with not too much hope in myself. And then one day, I found Roger Hagan. And 10 years of his life he put into me. He gave me the tools of boxing. He gave me the tools of life. And he taught me to be a man. And this fight tonight was dedicated in his name and his honour for all the respect and the love for 10 years that he gave me in boxing. This is for you, Roger! 10 years for Roger!
Lim, you fought a very sensible fight. Paced yourself, punched hard, very aggressive, and mentally you were very strong.
Well, you know, I knew it was an Australian title. I mean, I didn't want to get ahead of myself. I wanted to keep it cool. I had my brother, I had John Leckie, very focused, very organised. I had Keith. I mean, the team that I had, you couldn't ask for any more than you couldn't ask for a better team. I mean, I wouldn't have done it without him. And without these people, this is the start of something big. And I want all you people to follow me all the way through. I'm going to take you there. I'm going to take you as far as I can go.
He's the fight of Albania, Keith, another Australian champ.
Very hard, very hard. I want to thank Paul Kelly and the Albans to put it on here tonight. I want to thank all the Albanian people. Lim Jeka trains twice a day. Actually, he trains a bit too hard, but he relaxed a bit tonight on this. We just hope we can take him a little bit further. And we've got a dancing girl in a minute, so everyone can have a bit of a party and relax.
Stacey Lee, Keith Ellis, congratulations. Lim, the final word from you. It's been a great night. Did the crowd drive you on? They were roaring here.
Well, to tell you the truth, when I walked in here in the ring, I asked Keith if he had a pair of scissors because I had hair growing out of me about a metre long. I mean, I've never felt this like that before in my life. I mean, all you people
Lim Jeka, national champion. Want to thank very much Danny Boy Pierce. Takes to the Jeka, Danny Boy Pierce. We've got a stripper coming out. Do you want to interview her? Stacey Lee. Don't go away. Miss Stacey Lee is coming in the centre ring. Miss Stacey Lee. Australian champ, Mick O'Malley, Adrian Berlin. Keith, you'll be back in action with the next big show.
hopefully the end of June. And we'll come back in here in August for all the Albanian people. We'll get him another fight.
Keith Ellis, Working Class Promotions. Protect yourself at all times, both physically and emotionally.